A long time ago, there lived a wealthy and affluent king in a far-away kingdom. He had a very beautiful daughter of marriageable age named Ifum. All the young men in the village wanted to marry her, but she refused all offers of marriage. Most of the rich old men asked for her hand in marriage, but she called them old and ugly. Ifum was very proud and vain. In spite of repeated entreaties from her parents, she refused to marry any man from her land. She vowed to marry a rich prince from far away kingdom. A prince would be the best looking man in the entire world. He would be strong and perfect in every way, and capable of loving her properly. So Ifum continued to disobey her parents, at which they were very much grieved. One day, there was commotion within the village. What could be happening? People inquired. Not long after the news got to the palace, a very fine man had been seen in the market who was better looking than any of the natives. Ifum rushed to the market at once, and directly she saw the most handsome man she had ever set her eyes on. She fell in love immediately and invited him to her house. The prince was delighted and went home with her. On his arrival, the handsome prince was introduced by Ifum to her parents. The prince immediately asked their consent to marry their daughter. At first, they refused, as they did not wish her to marry a stranger. But at last they agreed. He lived with Ifum for 2 days in her parents' house, and then said he wished to take his wife back to his country, which was far off. To this, the princess readily agreed, as he was such a fine man, but her parents tried to persuade her not to go. However, being very strong, she made up her mind to go, and they started off together. It was a sad day for the king and queen. After walking for several days, Ifum and her husband crossed the border between the spirit land and human land. Immediately they set foot in the spirit land. Strange things began to happen. First of all, one man came to the prince and demanded his leg, then another his head, and the next his body, and so on, until in a few minutes the prince was left with nothing but a skull. Princess became terrified. She could not understand what her handsome man has turned to. Then the prince laughed at princess and confessed that the princess was now seeing him in his natural state. He had borrowed all his body parts from the other spirits, so he would look human when he went to ask for her hand in marriage. In fact, his entire body consisted of only a human skull. The princess wanted to return home, but the skull would not allow her.
Moral lesson: be respectful to others. Number 2, be obedient to parents. Number 3, not all that glitters